one of the people who you look at, and today you saw it. I mean, however good he is, when he saw Bolt take those wickets at the other end, he was like, hang on, here I am, I can even do it. So it almost pushed him that much further. How he will be if he's a Lone Ranger, we're not sure. But let's look back at the good times that Jasprit Bumrah has had. Bit of a slow start to the season, but then after that, you could see he was pretty much unstoppable. This is how things started off. It's going to obviously spill into another page, Joy. But in those first couple of games, you were wondering, where is Jasprit Bumrah?
Absolutely. The whispers started, and is he the same bowler? He's been inconsistent. He had a tour of New Zealand that wasn't great. And then suddenly he just comes back and he just motors on. And it's spectacular. And what is fantastic is the way he's been getting the wickets, the way he's been bringing on, getting breakthroughs for his captain at will. He's tossed the ball in the first few overs, stops the ball in the 7th, 8th over. Whenever you give him the ball, he's getting them breakthroughs. And that's so important for them. He's still their go-to bowler. And in an attack which is that strong, that's a big thing to say, that, he is the go-to bowler. And as everyone keeps saying, how many bowlers are there who dominate 3 formats? He's one of the genuine greats of world cricket right now.
He's the best in the world, Joy. No question about that. He is, across all the formats, he's the best seam bowler in the world. I have no hesitation in saying that. I mean, his last 3 games, he's got 10 for 45 in 12 overs with an economy just under 40. 10 for 45 in the last 3 games. Just look at those figures.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, I don't see that. I don't see that in T20 cricket. You see 1 in 5 or 6, but to have those last 3 games with those numbers, 3 for 14, 3 for 17, 4 for 14, without question, I don't think anyone would argue that Jasprit Bumrah is the best seam bowler in the world as we speak.
And the very fact you're talking about it happening towards the latter stages, which means games are getting tougher, maybe even the pitches are becoming more tired, batsmen have got more used to the conditions. So all that technically might go against you as a bowler, but he's getting better. And it's almost like, we often talk about tennis players and say aces. It's one thing to serve 30 aces in a game, but have you served them at the big points, at the big times of the game? And he seems to be not only doing it at the right time, but taking wickets at the big matches and the big players.
Yeah, I mean, as I keep saying about their attack, it's just got everything. But generally, when you talk about a real good bowling attack, there's always one standout. There's always, Bolt nearly there. He's nearly the standout, but Jasprit Bumrah is just above the Bolt. It's a wonderful attack, and he's a surgeon, isn't he? He kind of runs up the ball, and you can just see he's ready to pounce with his knife. He's ready to go in, and he's just kind of looking to see what ball to bowl, and he just waits and waits and waits, and he waits to deliver that piece of skill right at the last minute once he's seen what the batsman's doing. He gets an indication from the batsman exactly what they're trying to do, and he just watches and watches and watches, and then delivers the most difficult ball. The ball that got Stoinis was just too quick for him. It was too quick. He just went straight in, threw him before he knew it, because he can just suddenly put a little bit more rump onto the ball, a bit more pace, and he can get to a player that is set playing great. That's real quality. When you can throw the ball to someone who can then dislodge someone that's been smacking the ball to all parts.
Yeah, I think that's a very interesting point there, Michael, because when we talked about the earlier wickets that he took, yes, you could sort of say, took Prithvi Shaw by surprise. It was early on in the innings. They weren't even set, not in form. But here's a guy who's in form, seeing the ball big. Nobody else is managing to make any inroads into him. It's not that critical. It's not even that Bumrah had to come and do something for his team. But he said, here you go, you want to have another one? He said, yeah, sure.
No, absolutely. Being brought back by your captain and delivering every time. That's what a great bowler does. And he just did it he turned on and no expression, nothing, just smiled, okay, job done. It's like he brings the lunch pail to work, does his job, goes back. No huge emotional display and emotion and all that. Yeah, job done, fine. Go back, get some lunch, get some dinner, it's fine. And the calmness with which he approached, that's the entire team. As a team, how calm are they? Just so cool, so collected. They just don't allow things to come to them. And I'd be interested in seeing what happens at this stage in the tournament, because at this point in time, they are the team for us by a far, far margin.
Yes, certainly are. And Even there were a few superstitious fans of his who were a little worried when he broke half the beard, but even that was not having any problem for Jasprit Bumrah.